So we come to the last move of the 8 sequence hypno Pilates Qigong sequence based on the 8 brocades. This last move is called shake the back 7 times to eliminate 100 illnesses, or the Bai Bing, known as the Bai Bing. This will benefit the urinary bladder tract, or the urinary bladder meridian, that electromagnetic river running down the outside of the legs, roughly round where the little toe is. I mean, it goes in other directions, but that's roughly where you find that meridian. And also the kidney meridian runs up the inside of the legs, between the big toe and the toe next to it, up to the kidneys. That's a rough idea there, but any bending exercise will benefit the kidneys. That generally also helps the bladder meridian. They're both linked with water, very closely linked, them two organs or their meridians that are being benefited there. I digress there. We won't go too much down the traditional version. We go with the hypno Pilates sequence. So again, meaning Pilates setup, zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals and take the navel towards the spine. Okay, and that's going to help you breathe. So if you do that now, that's going to help you breathe low and deep into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. So if you start with that, zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, taking the navels towards the spine, and that's going to help you breathe low and deep into these lower lobes of the lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. And that's going to help us use the pelvic floor and the core set in the most efficient manner, helping us breathe anywhere but the belly button, helping us breathe low and deep into these fish gills, wide and full, as though someone's pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go, or someone's just opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath, just coming in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep as you're breathing for the nose. And think tiny waist to them lower lobes of lungs, coming in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep into these lower lobes of lungs. And as you exhale through pursed lips, you elongate the out breath for as long as you like. See how long you can make that out breath go longer than the in breath. Okay, and that's going to just help you process the subconscious part of the mind in a more beneficial manner. Okay, breathing for the nose as you gather in, zip up and hollow, navel towards the spine, and exhale for as long as you like. Lovely. Quadruplet, doublet, triplet, whatever you like the out breath, just make it longer than the in breath. Okay, the in breath's conscious thought, the out breath's subconscious thought. So by extending the out breath longer than the in breath, you're just encouraging sleep, digestion, rest and relaxation. So we're going to link that to motion, to the motion we're doing, and stick with the basic version to start off with. So from here, feet hip width apart or slightly wider than hip width apart, not Charlie Chaplin, they're facing the front, and go straight into this. So again, hands are here, okay, on the kidneys. Okay, all you're going to do to start off with, you're going to exhale down and breathe in. Again, what I meant to say is you come to here with the hands as you come up. So let me just do that again. Exhaling down, collapsing inwards, dying off, breathing in, coming up, and you hop on the heels. Exhale, ready to go down again. So basically it's like a sort of yoga uttanasana, going down and up. But again, it's got hop and heels here, and you go down. With this, you can modify it. So if you have any trouble with the lumbar region of the back, before I go any more into this, then you can come into the sort of Iyengar style, feet wider if need be, or coming down, chest on the thighs. Okay, again, soften the knees or straighten them, but never completely lock. Always just shy of locking out. Okay, that's going to be harder. Again, if you keep them down here, come up. Again, that's going to be easier. Okay, so see what suits you. Otherwise, don't bend the knees. Just keep a soft knee. Exhaling down, collapsing inwards, dying off. Thinking tiny waist, navel towards the spine. So if you've got a little ripcord belly button, pulling in towards the spine. That magnet on the spine, pulling the belly button in. And you're going to breathe in, come up. Again, you're going to extend the back now. So we're going to go through this. You're going to extend the back here. Now again, I'll put the hands here to modify this. You might not need that. You can just come back here. Again, with that in-breath. Extension goes with in-breath. I'd be careful here. Again, I'd still support your back for the first few, even if you're fine. You don't be sort of slipping discs. If you've got any trouble with the back, come to here. Spread the fingers where the kidney area is and come back. Optional. That'll stretch these muscles here, or we're counterbalancing what we normally do. Because we're bearing gravity, these get very short. These ab muscles here, these three ab muscles here. So we're just stretching that area, and the intestines, the digestive intestines, the digestive organs are getting stretched there. So it's always good to open out. Again, slightly stretching the pecs, the chest muscles, so the heart, the lungs will benefit. Even though it says it does one organ here, again, there'll be many other benefits along the way. So again, if you're feeling all right, the general way is like this, but I put the modification in here, coming back, breathing in, and then when you exhale, you come up straight and you hop. Exhale and come down. You carry on with that exhale. So that starts off the exhale. You're breathing in, coming back, exhale, and just follow down. Elongating that out breath. Then you breathe in, come up. You do that sideways on. I always go hands here. If you don't need the hands, just make sure you're not completely hyperextending the back. Breathing in still to here. Then you exhale and just exhale for as long as you like. So again, it's a just carrying that on all the way down, collapsing inwards, dying off, thinking tiny waist. Elongate the exhale for as long as you like. Then breathing, come up. And it's that helps you fire the exhale and just carry on. Now again, simply elongate the exhale, especially as you're descending down. If you get down there before the exhale's finished, stay there. Enjoy the release on the hamstrings, the glutes, the buttocks. Okay, and just navel towards the spine. Again, if we want to add the Pilates benefits with this, or it's the Kato breath, we just bounce on the heels twice. So it's breathing in, coming all the way up like a wave of relaxation, and then exhale maybe 3 times. So that comes to Kato style at the top. And you're breathing, come up like a wave of relaxation, come up faster, go down slower. Breathing in, just be careful of that bit there, support the back, take care there, and it's maybe 4. And just carry on that exhale, just shaking up the sediment, elongate that exhale for as long as you like, then come up. Again, I've done 5 there. If you can't do 5 and 4's enough, or 3, then stick to that. Otherwise, go as high as you like. Again, that's the Kato breath. You might get up to 10 and then all the way out. See what suits you. But all I would say is get to a higher number and use it like a pyramid and then come back down. So I've gone to 5, so I'm going to come back down 4 now. So it's so that's 4. Again, I'm gathering in against that instability, so I'm creating instability as well. Just shake up the sediment, the chi in the body. Then I'm carrying on that exhale all the way down. So the next one will be 3. Exhale out, empty out. Breathing, come up. And then you go 3. Breathing, coming up faster. 2, 1, and follow suit. Gathering against the instability, navel towards the spine. So use that traditional sort of little bump. Again, that's good for bone density. It's sort of bone marrow cleansing, that one, as you breathe in. It helps you cleanse the organs with the breath, the motion, the movement. But again, use that shake to gather in, zip up and hollow against that instability. Staccato breath there. Again, fire that exhale and then just empty all the way out for as long as you like. And again, that's a nice one to start off on. Again, these little jumps onto the hills can be tiny, like 1mm, or bigger. They can be bigger. Again, just see how you go. Exploit that range, speed and tempo. If they're going to be bigger, because these are going to be little faster motions. Generally it's slower, but this is a little bit of faster motions to mimic them micro moves of everyday life. So again, they're faster motions. You can do them bigger, all the way up, or just a little bit. Minimise that range. Maybe start small. Once you get used to it, increase the range. Play with it. Exploit the range, speed and tempo. Slow as harder, fast as easier. Same with the range. So again, on the micro moves, you're doing bigger motions, it'd be harder to stabilise. Again, play with that range there, see what suits you. And just make these unique to you with speed and the tempo and all these modifications we give. No one will do these exactly the same, no matter what they say in the forms. So exploit it to make it as easy or as hard as you like. Remember, it's your union of your mind and body. Lovely. So that was the last one of the 8 move sequence. Generally with all forms you'll do a closing. So you'll breathe in and exhale all the way down to the dantian, the power center. 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. The hara in Japanese, Swadhisthana in Indian yoga, or the dantian in Chinese, Qigong. And just take your mind there. Okay, you can even finish, again, men right hand over left, women the other way around. So this area here is right near the dantian, this energy center, Gong, and just put your mind there. And just simply let go. Lovely. And that's the end of that sequence. Lovely. Bang.